And now, here are your hosts of the best wrestling podcast you ever heard, the Lingus Show, Fausty Walnuts and Cav Manning.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. We are here to talk a little Collision because there is no Rampage. Oh, joyful times. I'm Cav Manning. I'm along with Fausty Walnuts.
You know, people are probably saying, "Hey, where's your Wrestle Dynasty review?"
Well, that would not be anywhere, Faust. That will not be on.
If AEW is not even going to promote it on their TV, why would we go to watch it?
No kidding. So it's like, yeah, it's not on patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. Everything else in the world is there except for Wrestle Dynasty, which, yeah, I'm not going to be busy watching that because who wants to watch Japanese wrestling? Not I.
But you could have saw the great return of Kenny Omega.
I'll have some stuff to say about Kenny Omega and the fucking Dynamite
That'll be
review.
on the other show, which will be after this one.
I swear he told us the same thing last time we fucking saw him.
Yeah.
I go, is it Memorex? I just don't know. Anyway, let's get into Collision. All of our socials, everything's at Lingus Mafia, of course. And as I told you, get to that Patreon. You want to have all these shows on time, all the time. No fucking commercials. Ready to go. Little's $5.
Locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded, Jack. The poor man's intro to Saturday Night Main Event.
Hey, it's back.
Briscoe talks. Garcia talks. The Learning Tree with Chris Jericho with an I Love Chris Jericho like an I Love New York shirt.
Yes.
Rated FTR. And I can't believe the fucking Costco guys are in the open.
I know. I saw that. I'm watching the.
I can't believe they fucking. It's like that's their fucking stars.
I know.
Holy fuck!
Because it's usually
fucking walking to the. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, usually I'm like, are they going to be on the show? Because I've noticed in the past, usually with the Elton John is they tease who's going to actually be on the show. Like Saturday Night's Main Event used to do. And I'm like, okay, I don't mind them copying this because it's a good formula. But then I see fucking Big Boom on there, and I'm like, oh, is he going to be on the show?
At least it would have made sense for them in the open. I swear to God, if I was a wrestler, I'd be so pissed. Not even Big Boom, but when Little Fatso, Big Boom, Little Fatso, it's you're like, this little bastard, I've killed myself to be here, and this fucking little pig is walking out there because they fucking eat Welch's fucking snacks and go 5 booms. Oh, Briscoe versus Garcia for the TNT title. He's back to doing his dance fast.
I saw it real quick,
but I'm like, it's what got him over.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to just go, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm serious now. And you go, that's what they're into.
Yeah. Well, he's not ball bagging people anymore, is he?
No.
Or you do that in the corner. You do the dance in their face.
He goes, I stole this from Austin Aries. Just ask Christy Hemme.
There you go. That's right. I don't. For a second, I'm like, is this a Fakakta Cup match? Oh wait, that's over.
Yes.
So I'm like, why are these two facing each other? They're good guys.
I was saying it had to kill him to stop doing that dance because it got him over. Like it's got to be like, man, it's the one thing that fucking finally I was, on the map doing something.
Yeah. Well, he's got shiny new red boots though to go with his dance.
We're hearing 3 minutes left in the match.
I see your notes are the same as mine.
Right to the end. What the fuck?
3-minute warning.
Did someone say? And then Briscoe does multiple finishers.
Yeah, he hits the froggy bow, kick out, J Driller, foot on rope. Then he's they say 2 minutes left, and he's setting up for the cutthroat driver, I believe is what he calls it. Which is like, okay, this is my stage 3 finisher, because when the froggy bow doesn't work, usually the J Driller does. But you know what? When I need to kick it into extra gear, let's do this cutthroat driver. But then Garcia slips out of it and rolls him up. That's it.
I'm like, oh my God. So, you have Hulk Garcia out there.
Yeah, that's what he looked like with the red and yellow.
Yeah, I'm like, and he's kicking out of everything, and I'm like, oh my God. It's fucking rough.
But they hug and raise each other's arms, make Briscoe look strong. Just this close to getting to beating Garcia. You know, he took Garcia to the limit, but he just fell short. You know, we'll see how that leads to his next match on Dynamite.
1 second, son of a bitch. Hold on.
I don't know if this is a work issue or this is a dog issue. Usually when it's a work, he grabs the phone, but he just got up and left.
Sorry.
Dog.
I saw that the dog took something out of the room and it panicked me because I'm like, and I texted her, but I didn't see that she read it yet to Trish. And I'm like, fuck, go get this fucking thing. I can't ever kill it. Fucking rip it apart. Okay, here we go. So this is the, after the, like you said, 2-minute mark fucking happens. And, and I said, you know what? Briscoe would have just lost the world title to Garcia. He had the ROH. He would have lost the world title to Garcia. They say this is his first title defense.
Wow.
He's been in the tournament all this time.
Oh, that's true, huh?
And you know what I thought of today? I didn't even fucking realize it until today. Jack Perry has disappeared.
Oh, I thought the same thing, yeah.
I didn't even think about it. I was driving around today and it popped in my head. I go, where the fuck is he? And
well, he was on Wrestle Dynasty, I believe.
Oh, was he?
I think they showed him in the package on Dynamite.
The Dick Riders in the back. Yuta is yelling about the knife interfering in his match.
He's a marked man, and he's got it. But then Mox is like, step aside.
Easy, fucking children.
Talk.
God. Mox stops him, goes into his shit about Edge, calls him Cope. And what it's funny because he's like, hey, Cope. Like he fucking really says it, right? But then he continues on, calls him Adam Copeland.
Yeah.
He's like,
hey, I've known you. You're just a front runner, and you need to evolve in my AEW. And then it's weird how the promo ends because he's like, hell on earth. And he just looks at the camera and he's like, yeah. And then he leaves. I'm like, all right.
Fuck. It's funny because he goes, we were done with FTR. Everything was fine. We did our, we got our revenge, which I'm like, I don't know what revenge you got or how you even the score.
And then you got in our business, crossed the line.
Hey man, this is pretty dope.
Not dope with Cope.
And then fucking, but you brought it in. Now everybody's got a price to pay for the $1 Million Man, he says, and
right.
Double J's 25 path to the fucking world title starts with Bailey's ex.
You got to start at the bottom, work your way up.
So, Faust, this is like the old wrestling video game. Remember, you would be on fucking Heat first.
Yep.
You had to work your way up. You were like, fuck, I'm on Raw. Oh, I get into a fucking pay-per-view. It was all that. You were working your way. Okay. Faust, explain to me what a wonderful match against Bailey's ex. How would this work?
Jarrett won in about 2 minutes.
It's more notes than I have, Faust. What I read to you is my notes. Private Parts versus the Bowser Brothers. And I really have to get on that sound effect, Faust. I did look it up at least. I did. I was like, let me find the correct.
So you skipped over the next note I had because they had a Stefan and Trevor recap.
Stefan and Trevor. Oh, I'm like, who in the fuck? I got you. Okay, very good. Thank you.
Because their names were said in the promo. The recap. Okay,
Telling
Trevor. All right, Stefan.
Faust, wasn't Urkel's name was Stefan when he was cool?
Yeah.
Of all things, he was the cool guy with Stefan.
Yeah.
I love that he was still ugly as hell with his bulging eyes. Still a fucking nerd. He didn't wear glasses.
Well, that's how this angle is. You got Swerve as Stefan. He's the cool one. And then you got Ricochet, who's Urkel, the nerdy one.
You're right. With his Dahmer glasses.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Private Parts versus the Bowser Brothers. Double suplex to the edge of the apron, fully, which is very good. That's a good one. I'm like, oh man, that's fucking brutal. It was on Private Parts. 5 people chant Leo sucks. You hear him clear.
I know.
This crowd. Old WCW shit where I was like, my God, where you would hear individual, yeah, in the fucking, you're like, if we go to a show, we already been, we got to be able to yell shit so it's like fully heard, wrestling is.
We would have stayed for Ring of Honor, but then again,
we wouldn't have heard it
because
been able to see it.
Can you said, hey, suit, send us a clip when you hear us.
Can you hear the wrestling?